Hi, my name is William Hewitt, and I am a student at Naugatuck Valley Community College. As a student, I know what it is like to stay up until 3 a.m. studying for a big exam or completing homework or a project. I also know what it is like to spend sleepless nights worrying about that upcoming exam. I am sure many of you have as well. Well, while all these stresses cannot be completely removed, there are ways to mitigate them. I would like to propose to you and the federal government mental health days for students. Mental health days would provide a much needed break for students without causing too much disruption to the school year. The problem. The problem is that stress levels among teenagers have been shown to be increasing in recent years. As you'll see in a graph in a future slide, from 2009 to 2017, stress levels have increased from 13% to 17.2%. These stresses are from school workload, relationships, and family issues. Well, what do the students say about this? Well, according to a 2019 journal article, which was entitled Anxiety, Stress, and Coping, students reported that school was, predictably, a major source of stress. Parental conflicts and relationships were also a source of stress among students. The workload in school was specifically defined as students as being their major stressor. Well, what are we supposed to do about this? Well, mental health days should be allowed for students. You should specifically do this by allowing a certain number of days in a school year that students can take off that would count as excused absences for them to cope from maybe a breakup or just unwind before a big exam so they could perform better. This should be made a nationwide policy, as student mental health is not a regional problem that occurs in only New York or only Oregon. It is a national problem that must be addressed nationally and with unity. Mental health days are already being created today. Legislature in Oregon, according to a CNBC article, was passed, which allowed five excused absences per 3-month period. These excused absences could be used for mental health days or generic sick days. This would mean that 15 days in a regular 10-month school period were allowed. Connecticut, in response to the 2020 COVID pandemic, which is the state that I am in, is also considering legislature to allow 4 mental health days in addition to the 10 already excused absences per school year, allowing 14 excused absences with 4 designated for mental health days. This was according to a Hartford Courant Journal article in which its title was pertaining to the topic. Opponents of this legislature might say that mental health days is taking another day off and might be detrimental to a student's education. Well, I would like to say to them, students cannot learn as well when they're stressed. It has been shown that retention decreases as student stress increases. Another detrimental effect of stress is suicide rates and contemplation of it. As you can see in the graph in the top left, as student stress levels increases, so did their suicide risk. As stated in a previous slide as well, student stress has increased over recent years, adding to the susceptibility of suicide. To conclude this speech, mental health days are a necessary component to lower the stress levels in students. It might give them a day to cope with a bad breakup or just unwind before a big exam, which would allow them to perform better. This should be a nationwide mandate. Student mental health is not regionalized in states. It is a national problem that should be addressed nationally. Student or states are already participating in mental health days, such as Connecticut, which is proposing them, and Oregon, which is actually participating in them. They have reaped the benefits of this, and so should other states. The consequences for not engaging in these mental health days could be dire, such as increased stress levels among teenagers and even suicide, which has been a national epidemic. I am sure many of you would like for this to become a law nationwide. Many of you must feel stressed about school, and this would be a godsend for you and might increase all of our grades together. I thank you for watching my speech.